What's up, everybody? So with the new year, I wanted to set some goals for myself. And one of the goals that I set is taking my camera out more and filming things. So today, I'm gonna do something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and that is finding all the filming locations for the movie Cocoon. So Cocoon was released in 1985. The director was Ron Howard. He wasn't the original person that was supposed to direct it. The original person was Robert Zemeckis. Cocoon also won 2 Academy Awards. It won the Best Supporting Actor for Don Ameche for his character, and it also won Best Visual Effects, which, if you watch the movie now, the visual effects aren't that great, but back in 1985, they were top tier. Another weird fact about this movie is you cannot find it on any digital release. It is not online anywhere, unless you pirate it. But pirating's bad. Don't do that, kids. So when they made the movie, they did not get the rights for the music to be distributed through digital release. They were only able to do it physically, so Blu-ray, DVD. So if you want to watch this movie, you either have to pirate it, which isn't good, kids, or find a DVD or Blu-ray. I ended up getting a DVD copy of it for like $5 on eBay. So if you want to watch it, you can go find it. So enough with the talking. Let's go find some filming locations. So the first place we're going to go today is the Westminster Shores Active Retirement Living Community. With that being said, it is an active retirement community, so I'm going to try and be as respectful as possible and not disrupt any residents or anything like that. So let's go. So the first place I'm going to show you is this building right here. This is actually where the villas were that all the main characters lived in. They tore them all down and built this building, so this is really the only thing that's left. There's a couple places I might be able to show you around here that might line up, so we'll see in just a second. Right here was roughly around the place where this shot was filmed. There's not much left. There is a bus stop over here that you can kind of see in the shot, and it's still there, and I'll try to show you that bench in a minute, but this is where the shot was filmed. And right there is the bench that you can roughly see in the shot, but it was blocked by those buses. That's pretty much all that's here. Like I said, this place has changed a lot. Right there where these buildings are will be actually where the Sunny Shore Villas retirement home would be, but this is all there is now. So on to the next place. Let's go. So the next location brings us to downtown St. Pete at the corner of 4th Street and Central. And this is the Snell arcade building where they actually shot quite a few shots. So we're going to try and line up some of those. So I'm going to try and line up this shot right here. This is where all 4 of the main characters are crossing the street. You can tell that this is a spot because there's that red sign up there right here and the tiles down there on the floor. So this is the Snell Arcade building, 405 Central Avenue. And in here is where there was a bank where Don Ameche got all his money and was handing it out to people on the street. And you can see there's a shot taken from in here facing this way, and you can see that building right there, and you can also see the Freemasons building way over there, which is still standing. The cheese grater building that used to be right here has been torn down for a couple years now, and they're finally developing something here, but that's where this shot lines up. And inside the Snell Arcade building is where Joe finds out that he has actually been cured of cancer because he's been swimming in the magic pool. If you get down here, it lines up with the architecture up here and the 3 lines of tile in the floor. The gate has been changed quite a bit. But you can still see the post office in the back. One thing about St. Pete is the old architecture is awesome. With the detail in all these buildings. Even the alleyways look cool. They smell, but they look cool. And here's the backside of where Joe found out he doesn't have cancer. And there's the post office, right there. And that's it for the Snell arcade building. So now we're gonna go to our next location, which is down the road a couple blocks. So our next location is here at the St. Petersburg Shuffleboard Club, which happens to be across the street from Mirror Lake. And it happens to be the world's largest shuffleboard club. So let's get inside and try to line up some of these shots. So right here is one of the shots where they are playing shuffleboard. So Wilford Brumley would be here at this bench. And he's talking to his grandson and a couple of the other characters. But you can tell this is definitely where it is, and it hasn't changed much. And here would be where Wilford Brumley and Donna Machi are talking to Wilford Brumley's grandson, where they're about to go swimming in the pool, the magic pool. And you can tell by that window right here, you can hear where the shot lines up. If you go over here, this would be where Bernie and Joe were playing with their wives in this area. The buildings in the background I think have changed. I don't think those were the same ones that were in the movie. But this is definitely the spot. So that is it for the St. Petersburg Shuffleboard Club. So we're going to go to our next location, which we don't have to go far because it is right across the street at the Coliseum. So here's a plaque with a bunch of history about the building and the Coliseum, where people like Duke Ellington has played here. If you watch Big Mouth, you know who Duke Ellington is. And here is actually a picture of Ron Howard and Jessica Tandy while they were filming here. The gentleman was nice enough to turn on the ballroom lights for us, like they had on there when they were filming the movie. If you go over here, you can line up one of the shots. This is actually taken up on the balcony, but it lines up pretty well. And over here, there are also a couple shots filmed in the bathroom, which I'm not going to go do because that's just kind of weird. But I can tell you, I've been in there before and it looks exactly the same. So thank you to the people here at the Coliseum for letting me come in here and do this. So that is all the locations here on the east side of St. Pete. Now we got to go over to the west side and to Madeira Beach to get the rest. So here we go. So our next stop brings us to John's Pass Boardwalk, where they filmed some of the scenes on Steve Guttenberg's boat. And if you come up here, you can see where they shot one of the scenes. So if you look over here, you can see that building right there. That is a condominium or an apartment building. And to the right of it would be the marina, which the original marina building was torn down, but you can still see the John's Pass Marina sign right there. In reference, Steve Guttenberg's boat would probably be where those jet skis are. this is where it was filmed. Now this isn't necessarily a filming location, but throughout the movie, Steve Guttenberg wears a bunch of local establishment t-shirts, and this is one of them, as I can show you right here. When he's driving his boat, he's wearing a Friendly Fisherman Restaurant t-shirt. And this restaurant is still here today, since 1985. So the next filming location brings us to the Jungle Prada Park, where this park wasn't exactly the filming location, but 1,000 meters south of here is where the house they used for the pool scenes. In the movie, they made it look like the house was right next door to the retirement home, which isn't exactly the case. It's completely on the other side of town. So the only way you can see this place is either by boat or by air. With that being said, it is private property, so I'm not going to try and invade anybody's privacy. I'm just going to try and show you guys what it looks like now without being too invasive.
Take off. The home point has been updated.
All right, so now the drone is up in the air. Let's put it up and find the house. So with keeping the drone in my line of sight, we can see the house starting to show up here on the left. So right here is the indoor pool that was used for Cocoon. Now that's not actually the one used on screen. The one they used on screen was actually a temporary structure made strictly for the filming of the movie. But the people who owned the house liked it so much that they built a more permanent structure in place of the temporary one. Now there's a couple other things that you can see right here that line up with the movie. There's that point right there, center screen on top of the house, and you can see that in this picture right here. You can see this structure in a couple scenes as well. Now the dock that they used in filming is no longer there. It has been torn down, probably by a storm, but that is where the aliens would take the cocoons into the pool. Other than that, that's all I got for you guys here. So that's all I have for the filming locations of Cocoon. If you like this video, please hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe. If you have any ideas of something you want me to do next, leave it in the comments. And other than that, have a good day. Goodbye.